Navia Entertainment presents the NRI podcast.
Welcome to our podcast, the NRI podcast. This is from Central Jersey. We are in Marlborough, New Jersey, and obviously my first guest is my dear friend, NEEL Nadkarni. NEEL, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. So first of all, thank you for coming. And
Thanks
this
for
is
having me.
this is our first ever podcast, and I'm so glad that you accepted my
Of course.
request.
Of course.
So Neil, I would like to ask you a few questions. In general, this is a fun podcast, right? We don't make it very boring.
Yeah.
And since you are here, it's not going to be boring. I know that.
And since you're here too. Thanks for having me, by the way.
Yeah, no
Of
problem.
course. Any chance I get to talk and sing, I'm happy.
All right, good. So that's
With
all we
people I
have to do.
love, like you.
Yeah.
Bada bhai.
Yeah, but right. This is that's all we want to do, right? Talk and sing.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So first of all, I wanted to ask you about your childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So where did you grow up?
Mm-hmm.
Where your parents are from?
Mm-hmm.
And then how did you get into music early?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was born and raised in Edison, so like 30 minutes north from here. And I started violin when I was 3.
Wow.
Yeah, and my violin teacher had to move, so I switched to piano.
Oh,
So my
okay.
dad was doing well at the time with his business, so he bought a grand piano. So I practiced on that. I learned classical, like Beethoven, Mozart, that stuff. I didn't really like the teacher though, so I stopped learning. But I kept up. I started learning Indian classical music when I was like 6, 7, and then childhood was good. Really supported by my parents. They would drive us to lessons, me, my brother, and my sister. My sister came late actually, but my brother, me and my brother, we would go to lessons, and yeah, it was good. I started singing when I was probably in the womb, since
Right, I know.
before birth. But my first performance was when I was 3. I played tabla and sang.
Tabla.
I played tabla. I play pretty good tabla actually.
Oh, wow.
People may not know that pretty well. But I played tabla and sang at this local Ganesh festival in Edison that happens. It's actually a pretty big deal.
Nice.
They make a whole Ganpati out of clay.
Oh.
The doctor. They're
At
both
that time.
doctors.
Uh-huh.
And this is still going actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she delivered me actually. The wife,
Right.
the woman whose
Right.
house it is, where they do it in their backyard. It's a big thing. They have a stage.
Right.
So I sang and played tabla.
Over there.
Adi Bijay Kale. This Marathi song.
That was in 90s, right?
Marathi song.
Oh,
That was in the
right.
90s. I was born in 92.
So how was Edison in 90s? I mean, how many Indians were there? And I know that right now
So
it's full of-
racist, man. Always looking at it. No, I'm just kidding. How would I know? I was born then.
Yeah, I know.
no. I know. It's a
There
good
you go.
question. No, it was. I mean, lots of Indians. Like now, everybody when they find out my name's Neil, they're like, oh my god, like every other Indian guy
Neil.
in Central Jersey.
We also
or
have one in
Jersey.
our family.
So many Neils.
Yeah.
But I take pride in that. That is 2 E's. It's the Indian spelling because NEIL usually is Irish,
Right.
and NEAL is usually Jewish. So NEEL is Indian, and then I tell people it comes from Neelkant because
Neelkant,
Shankar,
okay.
Shankar
Okay.
Bappa, Shankar
Yeah.
Bhagwan.
Right.
When he drank the poison, it turned his throat blue. The poison to save the village or the
Right.
the world
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, at that time, I mean, there's so many Indians, which is good. I mean, it's a good
No,
thing.
it's a good- yeah,
The
yeah.
funny thing is, we all the uncles they all side eye.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
when you go somewhere and
Yeah.
all the uncles are just like,
Yeah. So first of all, I think.
but like. But when we run into each other, we talk and interact.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we feel like it's
Yeah,
nice
yeah. Yep.
to see so many Indian people.
It's great, but to all the Indian people out there, right? I know that when you go on a road, right, you stare at all. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you don't know,
Dude,
you just stare.
me and my band.
Stop staring.
I know. I got on my band when I go to gigs with my band. Like, there's this one caterer guy. He just like he knows us for a while, so he just like looks at us like. I'm like, they smile or like look away.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
don't look for like 10 seconds,
Yeah,
20
no, I
seconds.
think
It's kind of.
it's an Indian thing. It's kind of
Yeah,
innocent,
it
kind
is.
of innocent, but they
I
just
don't really
look
see it as innocent. I see it
Yeah,
as
yeah.
like it's like a what the fuck you doing? Man? What are you doing looking at me? It's like a passive aggressive Jewish, Italian mafia vibe. No, but at that time, I mean, our school was pretty Indian. I went to JP Stevens in Edison High School.
How many in terms of percentages? How many?
That's a good
What's the
question.
ratio?
I think it must have been like 40% like white,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe 50 Dude, I don't know, 40-50% Asian.
Right,
like
right.
mix of Chinese, Indian.
Right. Actually, that's what make schools actually pretty good, you know.
That's true.
Because I heard that
Competition.
Asians are pretty good in
Competition,
math
yeah.
and stuff.
I know. So there was a lot of competition in my school. Like,
How
it was really
how good were you
competitive.
in terms
Studies?
of academics?
I was pretty good. I went to Carnegie Mellon, so that
Okay.
that says something. You know,
Okay.
I did well on my SATs.
Okay, cool.
I got a full 800 score on my math.
Oh wow.
SATs, 800
Wow.
out of 800.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that helped. I think that helped me get in. I would take test after test, man. Summer,
Okay.
like preparing for it,
Uh-huh.
I took so many tests just to like learn every way of doing a problem. And I'm good at math.
Okay, good.
I didn't really do anything with it after, but I did really well on that math. And then I tried to do a math degree, like a major, but that abstract math is crazy. Like,
Right.
you know, sets and proofs and proving
Right.
the concept of math and all that stuff. Anyway, studies, I was pretty good. I was always like an A or B student, like not many C's, D's ever, like just always A, B's. Because our parents are like, you have to get A.
Right.
And you get a 95 at home, my dad's like, where do
Of
the
course.
5 points go?
5 points go. Yeah, of course.
So I'm like, Baba, can't you be happy that I got a
Right.
95? He's like, yes, but I want you to learn from your mistakes and not make those mistakes again.
Right.
I was like, and then that shaped who I am today.
Right.
In the grand scheme of
In a
things.
good way, yeah.
Yeah, not
So
just in the
I actually got first rank in one
Oh,
time.
really?
One
Oh,
time,
wow.
first rank in like a 6th or 5th grade, and my dad got result of another kid from different school who got first, and he had more. In terms of marks, right?
Oh.
In India, we call it marks.
Marks, yeah.
100 out of 100 he had, and I had less.
Oh.
So he said, "Why?"
Oh,
You know? So
yeah, similar
that's
story.
kind of an Indian thing.
Actually, I should give a shout out to my parents because they're actually very brilliant in what they do. My dad is an IIT graduate,
Oh,
IIT
wow.
Bombay.
Yeah,
And my
nice.
mom is a doctor. She went to Ruparel College in India and then residency here, and then now she's a pediatrician.
Yep.
And my dad, I mean, I'm lucky to have them and blessed
Absolutely,
to have them
absolutely.
who support me and, you know, always supported me, my brother and my sister in
Yep.
like whatever we wanted to do.
Yep.
I asked my dad once in high school, I was like, but can I be a singer? Like, why do I have to be like something else, like a businessman or a doctor? He's like, I want you to be that and a singer.
Right.
But now it's like after so long of like just doing everything, music is my calling.
Right.
And they've accepted that now. They're just, as long as I'm always working and
Right,
just
right.
like making a good living and just like happy and productive,
Right,
like,
right.
that's all they care about.
No, I actually agree. I think your dad's and your chemistry is amazing. Is it
I know,
fun
I'm very
and
lucky.
stuff?
I'm very lucky.
Very lucky.
He always raised me like as a
Yeah,
friend.
yeah. And
Like,
you also like, I know it's very natural for you to include him.
Yeah.
And I saw a couple of times, right? Like,
Yeah.
when I'm talking to you about something, you always get opinion from him.
yeah,
you know?
oh my god.
So he's kind of part of your day-to-day life.
Oh
and,
man,
you know,
yeah, he's
so
my closest confidant.
And also, you guys are kind of buddies.
Buddies, yeah. He always raised me like as a friend, so that's
Yeah.
why even when I had my first girlfriend and I wanted to like, you know, progress in that
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, if he didn't know any of that, you know, so I asked him, you know, what about this? Like the next step,
Oh,
right?
wow.
So I talked to him about it and he was like, I don't know, just be safe and do all these things. And
Wow.
I won't get into the details of it,
Okay.
but he's so close to
Well,
me.
what
that
age? What age?
That was like 19.
19. What was the name of the girl?
Hannah,
Hannah. Okay.
in college, she was
Yeah.
white. She looked like Taylor Swift. She was cute.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
She was really cute. But my dad, what was the point of telling that story? Oh, because I always asked him, like, I'm so lucky to have you, like, how are you this chill? And he was like, because I didn't have that growing up.
Right.
Because him and his dad weren't close.
Right.
Because his dad was just always working.
Oh, yeah?
My dad just grew up very, very poor.
Oh, okay.
Super poor.
Okay.
Like, not slums, but like,
Yeah.
like a little notchable slums.
Lower,
Like one toilet for like
Lower
50
middle.
people, you know?
Lower
Like one
middle class.
bathroom, one toilet for like 50 people. So
Yeah.
like it was horrible. So
Right.
he never raised us with like that. He always wanted to raise us, not rich, like
Yeah.
we understand the value
Yeah.
of money,
Yeah.
but not, he always didn't want to.
At least
like,
you should have-
I wanted an
yeah.
iPod in high school, he gave me an iPod. I wanted, any keyboard I wanted, he gave me. I
Right.
mean, within reason, I had one
That's
keyboard
amazing.
growing up.
Yeah.
So I'm very lucky and blessed, you know, in
Right.
that regard.
And so I know that you are a huge fan of Rafi Sahab.
Yeah, it's like understatement. Fan is the.
Yeah.
I can't even find a better word than fan.
Fan of God for you.
God, yeah. Let Bhagwan.
Bhagwan for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And same, yeah. So Rafi, like, how did you like get into Rafi Sahab's like worshipping?
That's a good question. I mean, growing up, we always were raised with in car rides. My dad would always play. This is a cool thing, actually, cool little story. he would play songs of like even old Marathi songs like Ridhanath Ji, Ridhanath Mangeshkar,
Yeah.
Lata Mangeshkar,
brother, yeah.
Asha Bhosle, like Marathi songs by these people.
Okay.
And Hindi songs. But when I was very, very young, the Marathi songs, and he would ask me, what instrument is this? What instrument is this? And I would always say sarod or sitar, violin. So I knew when I was like 2 or 3.
Oh, wow.
You know? So my dad always tells that story. So I had a knack for music since that age, you know.
Okay.
And Rafi Saab came into the picture maybe a little later, but I was just drawn to his voice.
Okay.
And I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't remember in my childhood, like just why.
Right. But it was part of your life since beginning.
Yeah, since beginning.
Jab se hosh sambhala, tab se.
And I did a debut program when I was 11, like my debut thing, you know, as a singer when I was 11. I still had a girl's voice,
Right.
a high voice,
Yeah.
but I still sang all of Rafi Saab's songs in that
Wow,
show
wow.
with like with a nice band.
Can you sing one Rafi Saab song?
Of course.
In the beginning.
You ask me. People always ask me what my favorite is, but I don't have a
favorite is
favorite.
hard.
But I do have this one.
Yeah.
Should I use the guitar?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you're teasing it. This is one of my favorites. ना दिन ढल जाए हाय रात ना जाए तू तो ना आए तेरी याद सताए दिन ढल जाए ऐसी ही रिमझिम ऐसी फुहारे ऐसी ही थी बरसात खुद से जुदा जग से पराए हम दोनों थे साथ फिर से वो सावन अब क्यों ना आए दिन ढल जाए हाय रात ना जाए तू तो ना आए तेरी याद सताए दिन ढल जाए
क्या बात है, क्या बात है, क्या बात है.
So that's
Very
one.
good.
I play
Awesome.
better on piano actually. I'm not really a guitarist.
Keep that.
I'm not really a guitarist.
Wow.
But
Amazing. So this, I mean, your pronunciations, man.
thank you.
Because you're born here, right?
Wow.
And then getting this kind of pronunciations, it's not easy.
I think because we speak Marathi at home, we were raised speaking Marathi,
Okay.
so it's the same alphabet.
Right.
So that helps a lot.
Okay.
And then just singing it over and over. And also, this one doctor guy told me that he was asking me how, like, do I know why, like, I can sing in Hindi but not speak it at that time. I mean, now I can speak a little bit Hindi after practicing, but. And I said no, I don't. But he told me it's because it's two different parts of your brain, like linguistics and music are two different parts. So I can sing in multiple languages. I don't have to speak them because it's sonics at the end of the day.
Right.
So if I hear something, I can replicate it.
Right.
Of course, if it's in college, in high school, we used to sing songs in Russian, German, French, and that's just from practice, you know.
Right.
It would be harder for me to pick up like a Chinese song or a Russian song than it is an Indian song,
Right.
because I speak Marathi and I know those sonics.
Absolutely.
Phonetics, but
And you also
I
learn.
can still pick it up. Though.
You also learn from cinema, you know, because
Yeah.
I learn a lot from
Oh,
movies.
you learn how you learn like
Movies.
Hindi from
Yeah,
movies,
from
right?
films, right?
Yeah.
So the songs that I write, it's directly from what I listen and what I watch.
Exactly.
I never formally learned.
Exactly.
writing.
My drummer in my band learned English by watching Lost,
Right.
the show Lost.
Oh, Lost, yeah.
Yeah, he learned English
Oh,
by
wow.
watching that show.
Yeah? Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
And I know that you have one drummer, he's not Indian, but
He's French.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's so good.
The way he plays and...
Plays so good. People are always like, how does he know all the Indian songs?
Yeah,
The funny thing is, he doesn't know half the songs. He just we played them,
Yeah.
and then he learned the grooves.
Learn the grooves, yeah.
And he knows our versions
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
He hasn't heard some of the
Yeah,
Rafi
yeah,
Saab
of
songs.
course, of course.
I mean, I tried on our car rides, on our long car rides. I'll show him the Rafi Saab songs, and
Right.
be like, "This is the original song."
Yeah.
And he'll be like, "Oh, nice."
Wow.
But he's very talented, and I have other people in my band too who are equally as talented.
Okay, alright. So Neil, coming back, right, after childhood, I think in your college.
Yeah.
Where did you do your college?
I went to Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh,
Oh, that's
so I was there for 4 years,
Okay.
and then I came back.
Okay. So and then you started working after that?
Yeah, that was the whole story because I wanted to go to LA or Vancouver. I had a manager at the time in Vancouver because I did a show there. They had brought me there, and I had a manager over there who was kind of advising me musically. And he was like, "Come to Vancouver, like we'll work on music." My dad's like, "If you can get a job there, I'll let you go."
Okay.
But I didn't get a job there.
Okay.
So I came back to Jersey. I got a job in like pharmaceuticals consulting. Which was all right, but then it got hard after a while. It got monotonous. I got placed somewhere, and it wasn't a great job. So I left that to do music. That was the first time I left my job.
And that was
2016.
In what 2016?
Yeah.
So in 2016, you decided to become full-time artist.
Yeah, and that was hard. It was
Wow.
really bad.
Wow.
I saw the lowest. I was in the lowest of lows. Like my parents also like cut me off in a way. Like they made me start my own bank account.
Right.
Like they let me live at home.
Right.
But I was like really struggling.
So they wanted you to do a job?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think it was the smarter thing to do because I can't be a struggling musician because it's hard, dude. Music
hard
doesn't
to-
pay
yeah,
like, unless you
yeah.
get gigs.
Yeah.
Or like unless you're like famous, like
Yeah.
I use famous like colloquially, but I mean like, unless you're like a big like you're doing good big things,
Right, right.
you can't make a living.
Right.
At one point, I couldn't afford a falafel sandwich in New York
Right. Wow.
in 2016.
Wow,
like,
man.
$5 I couldn't afford.
What a journey.
So yeah, it was bad. So it took some time, and then I was a part of a big production in 2017 called Bollywood Boulevard.
Oh,
That helped me get out of
Yes.
this slump.
Yes.
And then that was thanks to them, because
Yeah.
I was one of 4 singers,
Okay.
and then there was a whole band of like 8 to
Okay.
10 people.
Well, so
and
Rini
dancers.
was there as well?
Rini was there. That's how I met Rini.
Yeah.
And then that's how I met Max, our drummer. And I brought some people in there, Niranjan, Rohan, some people who I play with a lot. So I brought
Right.
them in the band.
Right.
And then there were a lot of dancers. That was a big production.
Right.
That debuted at Lincoln Center
Right.
in front of 4,000 people.
Okay.
So that was a cool experience.
So-
and then after that, I started getting more gigs. I mean, it kind of just snowballed, and then I was using this band that we had formed to play these gigs.
Right.
So it just kind of ended up working out.
So I kind of feel that I live a different, right? I have this belief that if you're a good artist, you're gonna become successful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whether it's this way or the other way, if you're talent, then people are gonna notice it.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that another thing is that, so this is a very inspiring story because people think that, over here there are not enough people who are going to listen to my music, but that's wrong.
That's wrong.
Because there are 400,000 people just in New Jersey.
Indians. Oh,
Right?
good
So there is a huge market here, and there is an ecosystem. Of course, it needs to be organized and stuff. But I feel like there are many of us.
That's good. That's
Right?
good.
So
that's actually makes me
we just
feel
need,
good.
we just need like networking, good networking,
That's
exposure and stuff like that.
That's true.
But at least, have you ever watched that movie Tamasha?
I saw half and then I didn't finish it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Tamasha is a good movie, right? So it's
With Ranbir Kapoor and
Ranbir
Deepika,
Kapoor and
right?
Deepika, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same story that he.
I saw Rockstar. I like
Rockstar
that.
is good.
We'll
too.
talk about that later.
Yeah. So in Tamasha movie, Ranbir Kapoor, he's working, right? His name is Ved, and he's working, and his life becomes very repetitive. And then at one point he quit that, and his father and everyone said, "Why did you do that?" And at the end he just explore and kind of discover himself that he's a storyteller.
Oh.
And then at the end he has his own production company.
Oh, wow.
But so basically,
Okay, cool. I should watch it then.
Yeah. So
It
basically,
applies to me.
it tells you that instead of just getting stuck in things that you don't like, try to see what you like. Choose
There's
your own
actually,
ways.
yeah, my friend sent me a video on DM, some guy talking about like once you realize like how quickly people forget you after you die, that's when you start living for yourself.
Yep.
And
That's
it's
correct.
kind
Good
of
quote, yep.
kind of related to. You might have seen that video. It's like a clip.
Yeah,
I'll show you too.
Yeah. Yep. Right. Very good. So then you decided to become a full-time singer, and you started getting gig. How was the first wedding gig ever?
Ooh, that's a good. I don't know what the first wedding gig was, but we've done a lot of big, like $1 million weddings.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to work with some really high-end wedding planners
Good.
in like New York, especially. I'd love to
Good.
work with others all around the world, but I've been fortunate to work with a few, and they brought us in on some weddings that were like high.
Wow.
Like one we did at the Plaza, which There was a movie Eloise at the Plaza, which was like a kids movie. I used to like that as a kid. And it's like the Plaza Hotel in New York. It's like right under Central Park. So we did a gig there, which was beautiful.
Wow.
Like
Yep.
beautiful venue. Like 3 of us, like very well paying gig.
Yeah.
And in May, actually, like in a few months, I'm getting flown out to Italy to sing at a wedding
Wow.
in Lake Como.
Oh, this May?
This May.
Oh, nice.
So-
I'm going to Cancun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Good
I'm
shit.
going to Cancun in April.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So we should actually talk about how. We'll later talk about how we met, right?
Yeah.
But was that a wedding?
Yeah, that was a wedding.
Oh, that was a wedding.
Remember, thanks to and shout out to Jigger.
Jigger, yeah.
Yeah, so we met because
Jigger actually got me a dope gig in Miami. Like after I graduated from
Oh, yeah?
college, I had done gigs like my whole life, you know. But that was a cool gig because I landed,
Right.
and he tells me, this guy Akshay is gonna pick you up in a Lamborghini. I was like, shut the hell up, dude, no way. And I just I'm like, can you actually tell me, please, like who's gonna pick me up? Because I got worried. I don't know. You get worried, right? Like, am I actually gonna go to something? Because that's a guy I met. Jigger I met once at a Dunkin' Donuts after somebody put me in touch with him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, before this
That's
gig.
how you met?
Which I like. No. Somebody put us in touch.
Okay.
And then he's like, I want to meet you. Which I
Okay,
liked, actually.
okay,
Because
okay.
sometimes people just hire you. Hey,
Yeah.
we need you for a gig, come.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But he was like, no, I want to meet you, talk
Yeah.
to you. So he came,
Yeah.
we had a meeting,
Yeah.
and he hired me for this gig.
Yeah.
A week before we met at Dunkin' Donuts, just for
Yeah,
coffee,
okay.
which was nice.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
to put a
So
face,
there-
just
there
put a
was-
face to the name.
Yeah,
some
so
rapport.
It was an initial meeting.
Huh.
Okay, that's
So, but anyway, so this gig, so I fly to Miami, and then he's like, "Yeah, this guy's gonna pick him in a Lambo," and I was like, "No way." So, but I get outside with my bag, and I just come. This is when I had the job, the pharmaceutical consulting job, and I had come from a client site in Georgia. Okay, so I flew to Georgia, Atlanta, or Raleigh, sorry, in North Carolina. So I had a big suitcase because I had my suit and everything in there.
Right.
And then I go outside and I hear just vroom. You know when you hear these sport cars,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's like a different sound.
Right,
It's
right.
not like a
Yeah,
normal
yeah,
everyday
not
car.
at all.
So
Yeah.
and then it's like the Marathi we say like ekdam ghumat hota, like it just
Right.
it was like vibrating.
Okay.
So I heard the vroom. So then he actually pulled up this Indian guy in his car.
Yeah.
I'm still friends with him to this day. But I had to sit because there's no trunk in the Lambo because the engine and stuff. So I had to sit with a big bag on my legs.
Lap.
But the lap. So I still remember that trip vividly because that client was so nice. Like.
Wow.
Because he let him use the Lambo. This
Yeah.
guy, this guy didn't know the guy,
Right,
the
yeah,
client. The
yeah.
client was like, take the Lambo.
Wow.
And he took it. And dude, this guy who picked me up, he had to look, he was watching a tutorial how to drive a Lambo. Like he
Oh,
didn't
wow.
know.
Oh, wow.
Because there's different.
And the guy
things.
gave it to him?
Yeah, I gave it to him. And then the night of the gig, which was the next day, we did the gig and we wanted to go out because it was a Saturday night. So he's like, take whatever car you want.
Right.
So he took
What?
a nice, take whatever cars. Because he was rich, really
Yeah,
rich.
yeah,
Like,
he's a
like not
filthy
billionaire, bro.
rich. Yeah, filthy rich.
Multi-millionaire. Because he actually came from nothing, Gujarati guy. Came from nothing and he started farming.
Farming. Okay.
So he has acres and acres of farmland.
Oh, wow.
He provides all the groceries to all the stores.
Wow. Wow.
In the south and probably
Yeah.
all around. So anyway, so we just picked a nice Mercedes, like it was like a G class, like super high end. And dude, it was like I remember driving in it or like just sitting in it, and it just felt like space. Like I wasn't like it just felt so smooth. Like
Oh, yeah?
like I was just like gliding.
Wow.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And then we picked up some girls, and it was a good trip,
What?
man. It was a good trip. We picked up the girl without them seeing the car.
Okay.
We were just ourselves.
Okay,
Which
good.
is
Good.
the way to do it.
Not because of the car.
Not
for
because
sure.
of the cars.
For sure. Okay.
But when the Lambo people look at you, man,
Yeah?
because
Of course,
not many people.
Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that, of course, you're also a fan of Sonu Nigam.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Sonu Nigam.
He's like in the lineage.
Yeah,
Because
and
it's
Sonu
Rafi
Nigam-
Saab and then Sonu
Yeah,
Nigam.
Sonu Nigam is also a fan of Rafi.
Oh, yeah,
right?
big
So
fan,
he
yeah.
learned, and I know that when I was a kid, right, in late 80s, 90s,
Yeah.
there was, I think there was one album.
Yeah.
Sonu Nigam
I know
sang.
you keep sending me those.
Sonu Nigam-
Divana and the...
No, not Divana. He sang some of the old Rafi Saab songs.
He did.
Yeah.
He's covered all of them.
Yeah. And there used to be the audio cassettes for that, you know. So
Oh yeah.
so he
Speaking
sang-
of audio cassettes, I'm gonna start. I wanna do that for my merch. You know,
Oh, yeah,
artists have
yeah,
merch.
yeah.
I wanna do like
yeah, that's a good
cassette,
one.
Yeah.
You can also
Sign them.
sign and give it to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
That's because it's old school.
And just for people to leave on a fireplace, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They don't have to like listen to it.
Okay.
Like, just as a memento, you know.
Okay.
But that's down the line.
Okay,
Not just
no, absolutely. So Sonu Nigam, talking about Sonu,
Yeah.
I know that I watched one of your videos videos on YouTube. And Sonu Nigam, you made a mashup. Right?
Medley,
Medley, yeah.
mashup, yeah. Medley.
So, would you like to sing one song,
Yeah.
Sonu Nigam? Time for one song.
Okay, I'll do it without that.
Yeah, without it. Okay.
You wanted the one that you told me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
अब मुझे रात दिन तुम्हारा ही ख्याल है अब मुझे रात दिन तुम्हारा ही ख्याल है क्या कहूँ प्यार में दीवाना जैसा हाल है दीवानों जैसा हाल है तुम्हारा ही ख्याल है ओ ला 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 बरा 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 रा ना 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 ला 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 ला
Wow, Neil. So with this, we are gonna take a break.
Okay.
And then we are gonna come back and we are gonna sing few more songs.
Now the Entertainment presents the NRI podcast. Sponsored by Lamhe Wedding Photographers, Prestige Health Services, Comfort Keepers, Blue Leaf Technologies, and Afsar Decors.
Welcome back to the NRI podcast, and Neil is here with me. So Neil, are you hungry?
I'm always hungry, but I'm always hungry and I'm always not hungry. I don't know, like
Okay,
I go
so
through phases.
now I would like to ask you a few things.
Yeah.
What's your top 5? What are your top 5 restaurants from New Jersey? Okay.
From New Jersey.
Yep.
Top
5.
Okay, Rawe Sushi. I get
Rawe
sushi
Sushi.
from there.
Okay.
They have nice bibimbap, Korean stuff too, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee Box in Rawe. The
Mm.
Coffee Box. I go there
Yep.
all the time. They have nice paninis and coffee, obviously. That's like chill food, but then I sit down. Rawe is like up and coming. Like they have Il Forno, which is a nice pizzeria. Il
Right.
Forno,
Right.
Il Forno a Leña, which is like
Mhm.
a pizzeria. Mamun's
Mamun's.
Falafel.
There's a one sushi place by your home. Where you used to live on that
Sushi
road.
Palace?
Sushi Palace, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that-
I
that's
did
all
that.
you can eat.
Yeah, yeah.
We used to
All
go
you
there,
could eat.
all
Yeah.
you can eat.
Yeah, all you can eat, and
35,
then I.
25, 35 or something.
Yeah, yeah,
35
yeah.
bucks.
That's pretty good. I liked it.
You like it?
But the less
You eat only
vegetarian
veggies.
options.
Yeah,
Yeah, less
veggies.
vegetarian
Yeah,
options. But I
yeah.
think my coworker liked it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. So those 3, I guess, from Rawe, and then
How about Desi restaurants?
Desi. Okay, butter chicken from Shalimar.
Shalimar, right?
The
I know
butter
that
chicken.
sometimes Shalimar is open till late
Like
night.
5:30 a.m.
5:30 a.m.
sometimes.
Wow, that's
And
awesome.
then now, especially because they have iftar, because Ramadan.
Okay.
So they have
But it's
iftar.
good then, because sometimes
Ah.
if you're craving at night.
Oh yeah, I
Right?
know. And when
After
I'm
the
finishing
cricket,
game,
you go. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I
You go
just
there.
get butter chicken and naan.
Yeah.
And it's like $10, dude.
Right.
And sometimes I get a kebab wrap.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
so
good.
good.
Have you ever been to Amma's Kitchen in Islip?
I've always passed by it, but
Yeah.
I've never been.
Their pricing insane.
Really?
They have a breakfast combo for $5.
Oh really? Wow.
And then
Where is
one
it?
idli?
It's on Oshiro?
It's one of them is in front of the Mughal Express.
Okay.
Behind-
I
behind
love
the
Mughal
Sajjad. Behind
Express.
the Sajjad.
I like Mughal Express.
Mughal
a lot.
Express is pretty good.
Chili chicken is nice.
Chili chicken is great. I don't eat chicken,
Ah,
but
but
I know that
chili paneer.
I love a classic Sham Shavera.
Ah.
Classic Sham Shavera from Mughal Express is
But the chili paneer is also fire.
yeah. And they have their branding is pretty good. They're always busy, so I like Mughal Express a lot.
You like them because they're busy?
No, I mean I used
Are
to.
you just
I used
saying
to love,
this?
yeah, no.
Dosa Express also is
Those
nice.
sites. Which one? Where is that?
That's like past Green, like when Ochura becomes Green Street, I think. It's like around, like
Oh, on that
past,
side.
past the railroad,
Yes.
like past Metro Park.
My favorite chain restaurant is Taco Bell.
Of course.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, chicken chalupa all the
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
with fire sauce.
Yeah.
Extra fire
Even
sauce.
vegetarian options.
Oh yeah, beans.
They have very good
bean
vegetarian
bread,
options.
yeah.
Yep.
The fire sauce is the best.
And all the Desi people love.
Oh
Taco
yeah,
Bell.
yeah. Especially the one in Ochi Road. My friend says that's the flagship.
What kind of
That's the
sauce?
flagship
What
one.
kind of sauce you use?
Fire.
Fire.
I used to be into mild, like growing up,
Yeah.
because I had a friend who was into mild.
Right.
But then hot is also good, but I love fire.
Do you like Diablo?
It's all right.
Yeah,
I think fire is the best.
Yeah,
I think fire is the best.
I like fire.
Fire is the best.
Yep.
And then nachos with extra savage cheese.
Oh my gosh. They also have the French fries, right?
Oh
They
yeah,
have French fries.
it's like masala
Sometimes
fries.
masala fries.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
That's good.
And then I like Mughal Express. We were talking about
Oh
that earlier.
yeah, Indian restaurants.
Chili,
Top five
especially the
restaurants.
chili chicken, like the Indo-Chinese.
Yeah.
It's so I love Indo-Chinese food. Like I think
Right.
that's my favorite top.
Oh,
like Thai,
you like fusion? I don't
I
like
like-
fusion.
like Thai, Mediterranean, and Indo-Chinese are like my top
Yeah.
three.
Okay.
You don't like Indo-Chinese?
I mean, I
Like
like
gobi
Indo-Chinese.
Manchurian and stuff.
Kind of, yeah.
I
Gobi
love
Manchurian
that
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, they're good, but I
Especially
love.
chili paneer, chili chicken, like chili fish. Oh my
I don't
God.
eat chicken, but
I know,
yeah.
but chili paneer.
Chili paneer, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Manchurian is good.
Manchurian is
good. So is Manchurian Indo-Chinese? Falls under
Indo-Chinese, yeah.
Okay. Manchurian I like. Gobi Manchurian.
I love a good green curry or a Penang curry, like a Thai
Okay.
food. So
From Mughal Express, I love classic sham shavera.
you told
So
me
I brought a couple
what
of
is that?
classic sham shavera is just a cottage cheese and covered with spinach.
So paneer.
Kind of paneer. But it's like a sham means evening. And shavera means day. So cheese is a day. And
Spinach is
spinach. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And then I also like so the Thai place I was thinking about is Fatra Thai in Metuchen. It's really good.
Yeah.
Like I love a good roti canai.
And then
have you ever had roti canai?
Yeah. Of
It's
course.
so
Of
good.
course.
And then I love Mahmood's falafel.
Yeah.
You ever saying something else?
Penang, right?
Penang is alright.
Yeah.
My dad, funny story, because we went one time and my dad, maybe the service was bad, so my dad didn't tip as much as he should have. And they came running after him
Yeah?
with the bill. They were like, "Sir, you didn't tip." So after that, my dad's like, "We're never
Tip
going."
is not-
My dad's like, "We're not going to Penang."
But
ever."
tip is not mandatory, right?
It's
When
not.
People say it.
It's not.
It's not mandatory.
And I
You
don't
cannot-
know. My dad's very generous, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just that day it was just like bad or something.
Yeah.
And then after that, my dad's like, "We're never going to Penang again."
Yeah.
And so, but I
They have
went a
roti
couple
canai.
times.
They
on my
also
own.
have roti
They
canai.
do have roti canai.
Yeah.
It's really good.
How about Shalimar? You
I
got
love
Shalimar.
butter chicken at Shalimar is to die for. My sister loves it.
Yeah.
So whenever she visits, she's she's close to home, but whenever she lives, she's like at home.
Right.
We'll go to Shalimar, or like I'll get it to go butter
Right.
chicken and naan.
Right.
Oh my god, it's so good.
But
You're
they-
missing out.
they're
man.
also-
I know you don't eat meat. You're missing out.
Yeah.
I mean, if they made a butter paneer, like it would be so good.
Yeah.
But butter chicken is.
But
so
they're
good.
open till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock sometimes, right? 4.
Like sometimes 2, 3 a.m. Now
Is that every day or
these
just
days like
in
5 a.m.
weekends?
No, they have like one location which closes at 10, and then they have one like down the street which is open till like 3, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I thought it was 24/7, but I think they
Right.
close at some point.
Have
It's
you
so
ever been
good.
to?
I'm good friends. I'm jokingly like I always see them all the time because after
Yeah.
gigs we pick it
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
right? Like get a good kebab wrap or something.
Yeah.
So like, guess you'll say,
Okay. Because Hindi and Urdu are the same. 80%
yeah,
the same,
exactly.
so they understand.
Yeah.
They're Pakistani, right?
Oh yeah, I think they're Pakistani.
Shalimar is a Pakistani
yeah.
restaurant.
And they have now this because the Ramadan they have iftar, so they had a whole buffet I set out when I went last night. I got it last night, dude.
Right.
And they had like a whole buffet out
Right,
because
right.
after when the sun sets,
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
goes there.
The only thing is that our Desi people in Islin, they litter a lot.
I
They
know.
feel like-
I mean,
I
it
know.
feels like India, dude.
I know it feels like India, but
I
still.
have a friend.
So
who's-
all the Desi people out there, stop littering in
Yeah, please.
Islin, please.
Please,
Make it
please.
clean.
Yeah.
Make it like Singapore.
Singapore, yeah. I
Yeah.
was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I have a friend. Shout out you from our Tere Onese video.
Oh, yeah.
Her aunt is coming to visit, and she was like, and she's coming to Jersey.
Mm.
So I was like, you gotta show her Ochi Road, and she was like, she's coming from India, like she doesn't have to see Ochi Road.
Right.
So we were having a funny convo about that.
Right. Yeah, so first thing that I did when I came here, I mean, when I saw Oak Tree Road, right, it didn't surprise me because I came from India.
Yeah,
I said, what?
it's
But then now I'm
it's a
realizing.
lot for us.
Yeah,
I
now-
take pride in it.
Yeah, but now I'm realizing,
Yeah.
after spending a lot of time here in USA, like 15 plus years, I kind of see the value that in entire United States there are only 2 or 3 streets like
Yeah,
this.
probably,
you know?
yeah.
Oak Tree Road is
Yeah.
kind of a goal.
I take pride in it. People always shit on like the Desis, like. Oh, sorry. I've made a lot of Desi kids here
Yeah.
who are like Oaktree Road, like fuck Oaktree Road, or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fuck Indian people like
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, no, I take pride in it. 'cause,
Yeah, of
like,
course, me too.
Like all these people, like businessmen, it's hard.
Absolutely,
Like it's not easy
absolutely.
work.
You feel like it's India.
Yeah,
You know, it's
That's
a
nice.
Indian vibes, especially these sections from Desi Galaxy to what's the name of the restaurant? Another restaurant, Bombay Chopati.
Bombay Talk
Bombay Chopati.
and Chopati, yeah.
Right.
And it's great. And then you go 10 minutes like away near Menlo Park Mall. It's a nice mall.
Yep.
Or you go 30 minutes north, you go Short Hills Mall, and then you go this watching reservation. You can go to Watchung. There's nice hikes. Like Jersey is great.
Beaches.
People shit on Jersey, but dude, you're only 30, 40 minutes from New York City. You're 30, 40, no, maybe 45 minutes from Poconos. Like beautiful nature.
1.5 hour from
PA.
Atlantic City.
1.5 hour from you can gamble. It's like prime. Like I love Jersey.
Jersey's
Like I'm a very
Jersey's
proud
good.
Jersey
Even
boy.
beaches.
Yeah,
Beaches.
you could go down the shore. Hour drive.
Absolutely.
You're down the shore.
Absolutely.
Staten Island is here. I mean, Long Island is here.
Yep.
You're only like 40 minutes from the city. Like it's like prime.
Yep.
I love it, man.
And also,
take
I
pride
think
in it.
in terms of also the Indian community, right?
Yeah.
I think people don't realize and value Indian community because they settled in New Jersey. But if they go out,
Yeah.
if they go in any other states, right?
Yeah.
I mean, minus California and Texas.
Yeah, I've met people from Alabama and stuff. They're so clueless. Like they don't know anything about Indian culture and everything. So I'm just lucky I grew up here.
Absolutely. So and I think over here you get exposure to Indian culture, as well as you also get in touch with professionals. And another thing, okay, it's very diverse. New Jersey is very diverse. At workplace.
Yeah.
You see many people, like a mix of people.
Oh, speaking of diverse, I freaking love Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
So there's a place called Cast Iron Pot. Like in Bergen County is very heavily Korean.
K-pop?
K-pot? K-pot. No.
That's
hot
Korean
pot.
Hot pot, okay. But it's on Route 18 here. Route 18.
Oh yeah, there's a really good. That's okay. That's okay. That place is good.
Yeah.
But there's a really good spot up north in Bergen County area because there's a lot of Koreans in that area, and it's so good.
Okay.
You're really missing out.
I'm
sorry to say.
Yeah. There is a.
I know. Is your not eating meat thing? Is that
I used
like
to
religious?
eat. I used to eat.
But would you ever like try it with me?
I don't think so.
No?
Okay.
Just no? Just a religious thing? Like why?
I don't know.
Because it just tastes so bad.
Maybe I may try meat,
Yeah.
but not alcohol.
Oh, not alcohol.
Alcohol is for.
I gotta take you to this place.
Yeah.
Just come with me
But
one
I don't
time.
know. I don't know.
Bro, they put it on that grill and it's in front of you. It's like fresh cut meat.
Yeah.
Like
It
on the
doesn't
grill.
tempt. See, if I like it eating, I'll eat it today.
Yeah.
So there is nothing is resistant.
I tried steak for the first time.
Have you ever tried? Have you ever been to the Fuji restaurant, which is
Where
on a
is that?
mountain?
No.
On Mahua.
Oh,
If you
really?
go to Mahua, New
Mahua
Jersey.
by the Sheraton Mahua.
Yeah, New
was
Jersey,
great
New York
venue.
border.
Yeah.
There is one mountain, and they have a restaurant.
Really?
They named it Fuji.
Like a.
Yeah, that mountain.
I compared that mountain to Kashmir, but Kashmir like minus divided by 10, like not as beautiful as Kashmir.
No.
And my guitarist was like, "Did you really compare Sheraton Mahua to Kashmir?" I was like, "Dude, it's just like a vibe because you go there." We did a gig in Sheraton Mahua once, and the mountains, and it looks nice. Of course, it's nothing.
I used to drive to Mahua every single day.
Really?
For 2.5, 3 years.
For work, for job,
for work.
From here?
1.5 hour from here.
Wow.
From here, I mean, I used to live in Old Bridge, New Jersey, but same commute.
Same thing.
From here or there.
Yeah.
It's 1.5 hour every single day.
One way.
One way.
Wow.
One way.
So you listen to a lot of music on the way, or what do you
Lot
listen
of
to?
podcasts.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
Was that recently?
It was in
Semi-recently?
2015, 2016.
Okay, so relatively recent.
2015, 2016. So
Almost
okay.
10 years ago then.
Almost 10 years ago. Yeah, 15, 16. Yeah, but it was good. And like 1.5 hours, you just listen to a lot of like podcasts and YouTube videos and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I think the FM channels in New Jersey, I don't know if they can sustain because the reason is because now people started consuming a lot of other content.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, it's funny you say that because today I was just listening to Z100.
Okay.
Because that's like a very heavily like pop, like top 40
Z100,
station.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about Desi channels.
Oh, Desi channel.
Because it's very hard, you know.
Yeah.
In terms of
my mom is like one of their biggest listeners.
Being profitable it's hard, you know.
I know.
Because I think that's the reason.
I used to work for them actually.
Okay.
One of them.
Oh,
Because I had these odd jobs. Like when I quit the job, like in 2018, like 2017, 18, I joined the station for like 3 months, and they were like, "You got to bring in business." And dude, nobody's gonna come like advertise on those things.
It's hard. It's hard to sustain, but well, that's fine.
Yeah.
So Neil, now we are gonna go back to your singing career.
Okay.
Right. So you made a lot of originals.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Yeah. So what was the first one? The first original you made?
Probably Ride or Make Some Noise.
Make Some Noise? Oh, that was
actually the first original I made is my Marathi album.
Oh, okay.
Pahile Pahile Prem.
Oh, Pahile Pahile Prem.
Pahile Pahile means like first love.
Okay.
So that was when I was 16. So that was.
Oh, you composed?
I didn't compose. We
Okay,
had
that's
a
awesome.
big composer named Ashok
Okay.
Patki.
And you sang?
Ashok Ji.
It's the original one? It was original?
Ashok
Okay.
Patki.
Okay.
He worked with Suman Kalyanpur a lot, and he's one of the leading like jingle writers in India.
Okay. And when the Sony happened? Sony?
Sony happened in 2014, 15ish.
Okay.
That was along the same lines. That was around the same time as Make Some Noise and Ride, because that was on my album Emotions. So I made an album called Emotions in 2015.
Right.
And I had a song called Ride, which that was one of the singles from the album with Lomatic.
Oh.
He was a leading he was one of the leading people in the urban desi scene.
I love Tera Divana.
The other one was great.
Can you sing Tera Divana? Couple of lines?
Yeah.
Tera Divana, I love it.
ओ सजना तूने ना जाना है तेरी बाहें मेरा ठिकाना तू आ जाना नजदीक मेरे चाहेगा तुझको तेरा दीवाना. So that's like this part I composed is very classically kind of, it has a little classical tone, classical vibe. ओ सजना तूने ना जाना but तेरे मेरे बीच, that's the verse. So तेरे मेरे बीच ये एहसास कैसा है oh baby. So that, or my co-writer wrote that, Maz Mohsin. He goes by Maz,
Mohsin, yeah.
Maz K.
Yeah.
चाहे तेरे मेरे बीच ये सांस कैसा है ओ बेबी करे तेरी और मुझको हर अदाएं तेरी देखो ना नजरों से मुझे मर जाऊं ना मैं करो बस इशारा तो आ जाऊं मैं लेके मेरी कार तू चल किसी जगह ते जहां हो ना कोई और एक मैं और बस एक तुम हो थोड़ी सी हो champagne to celebrate the special moment between just me and you.
Nice.
Oh, Sajna.
Mohsin.
Yeah, he did great. He wrote that in the second verse. I wrote the chorus melody. He wrote the.
He can write within minutes.
Oh, he's so talented.
Because I take a lot of time, you know that.
You wrote Mashuka chorus in 2 minutes.
Yeah, chorus, yes. But I mean, sometimes I take time, you know.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, which is fine.
But the best songs come out in 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's a hit.
That's good. So Mashuka, you wanna?
That was probably Mashuka was like my first hit single, I think.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
I mean, it has over 1 million views on YouTube.
Million views. Yeah. It was amazing. I know that you posted an 25k touched. You said, "Oh wow,
yeah,
you got 25k."
Yeah,
right? And 1 million. Wow.
1 million.
So would you like to sing that? And let's talk about the story how we met.
Yeah. You want to tell?
Yeah. So first of all, shout out to Jigger.
I can't say the N word, but
DJ Jigger verified. Okay, he's verified.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he paying for it?
Yeah. So yeah, but DJ Jigger, because of him, Neil and I met, right? So we were in a gig in Boston. In Boston, I think Neil was singing. And first time I saw him singing, like switching from American song to Kalhona Ho, and I said, "Wow, this is very good." And also, all the people who were watching, right? They were like, "Oh, wow." You know, what an artist, and you can see that. You know?
Even I saw you when you did your Kaun Banega Karupati, like you did the. Yeah, you have a very good stage presence and like.
At that time,
good with the mimicry.
At that
everybody knows.
Yeah, at that time I didn't even have a Bachchan wig. So now I have a Bachchan wig.
Yeah, exactly, which is awesome.
But at that time I was just like this kind of.
You did the game and involve everybody. That was awesome. Yeah, people love that.
Yeah. So we
had
a
different touch, you know.
Different touch. There was a good crew. You know, we had a Sorab, MC Sorab. Sorab.
Yeah.
It's Sorab.
I mean, it's spelled. I mean, the American way is Sorab, but it's Sorab.
Okay. Sorab. Okay. Yeah. Because Saurabh is like also there is a name Saurabh.
I think that's what it is. But it spells differently.
Oh, he spells.
But I think it's Saurabh.
Okay, Saurabh. Okay.
Yeah.
But Saurabh, I mean, it sounds cool.
Yeah, it's like the American way.
Very good. So Mashuka. So would you like to sing a couple of lines?
But you didn't. Did you?
Oh yeah.
The story about
then So after that, Neil actually, I gave you a ride while coming back.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I gave you a ride.
And with the girl too.
Roshni, I think.
Roshni.
But Roshni, I'm not sure. Roshni was there as well.
She was.
I think we dropped her off on our way.
But she.
And then So we talked about that. You said that I compose my music and I'm a singer and stuff like that. I already knew that part, and I told you,
you
I write.
I
said I write. I'm not sure if I can write to the tune.
Yeah.
But I write.
And then we said we could try it
and stuff. Yeah. And then you send me this Mashuka.
Yeah. And then, dude, I made that song when I was like it was like things were going well.
Okay.
I always wonder, like, do I write my best music when I'm like not feeling the best, or feeling really good? But I think I write good music like even when I'm like feeling shitty.
Yeah.
I think I write really good songs, and I think I write good songs when I'm happy. Like I think it's just like when inspiration strikes. You know? So anyway, that song I wrote, I was just like in my bedroom, just chilling, and then this idea came to me, like the na 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 na, the hook line, like the melody, na 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 na, and then I came up with na 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 na. And it's a very simple song. Like even my Guruji at the time, he was like, "NEEL, like it's good, but like you can do so much better." And I was like, "Yeah, but this is like what people consume, you know. This is like mainstream pop,
catchy.
And I love pop. Like you have to make something that's catchy and people can sing it. Because I'm not gonna do like I live Bella. So when you, I even have a song actually that we should work on. It's Ahir Bhairav, but it's more like that Alabella Ra, that Alabella Sajan Ra.
You also have that Lagja Gale vibe.
We never did that. So I have songs like that, like complex, but I like making simple stuff that's like easily digestible. After one listen, the listener should be able to like sing at least the hook, or some part, one or two parts of the song.
So when you're working on something, right, inspiration could come from anywhere, right? So you pick the genre first. Girls. So you pick the genre first, or you just go, you know what? I feel like that there could be a classical song, or this is an R&B. How do you decide?
I don't know, nothing like that. I just give me the guitar, we can make something, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Make one for Taco Bell.
Okay. For Taco Bell? Fire sauce?
Fire sauce.
Okay, so let's start in G.
Taco Bell food.
G. Okay, this is the secret to writing a pop song. You need 1 6 4 5. If you're in one, let's say we'll call G the one. So either 1 6 4 5. What combination of that? So like by 1 6 4 5, I mean 1 the G, 6 is the E minor, 4 is the C, and 5 is the D. Okay? So either that, sometimes songs are 5 1 6 4, or like 1 4 5 6, whatever. So let's say we're here. So Pahadi would be like, so the lag ja gale ke phir si raat ho na ho. So let's write a Taco Bell song in Pahadi. So but we have to have a meter. So you have to give me a meter. Let's do 4 4, not 3. 4 4. 4 4 meaning as in 1 2 3 4 1 2. Instead of dada, which is the lag jagade thing. So we'll not do that. So 1 2 3 4. So. I'm not a good guitar player.
That's fine.
So, da 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 da. Taco Bell, I love you so much. I love that fire sauce, the best. And Hindi, now we'll make the Hindi version. So Taco Bell, lyrics de do. मुझे बहुत पसंद है अब आ जाओ मेरे मितवा आ जाओ मेरे साथ Taco Bell I love you so much. So we're joking, but I mean melody, it starts with a melody for me. So I'm just giving funny lyrics, but that's Pahadi. So same Pahadi. So you select the chord first in piano. Usually G is good, C is good.
So usually what scale? Like most of the songs are in C scale. Scale C. Or
no. I mean songs are all over the place.
Okay.
But it's easy to do G, C, D is good, and C is the same as A minor. So the quick theory lesson, to find the minor of the major, you just go down 2. So A minor is the same
1 5
as C.
7 and 1 5. I think when the chords are like that, right? 1 5 and 7. you press that. So if C is your bass note, then you pick C, then
E, G.
E, G. Right? That's right.
No, I'm saying, so let's say we're in C scale. The relative minor scale of C major is A minor.
Okay.
It's the same scale.
Okay.
A minor equals C.
C. Okay.
Let's say you're in G, you go down to E.
E. Okay.
So G major is the same as E minor.
Okay.
Same exact scale.
Okay.
And E natural minor. There's different types of minors. There's harmonic minor, there's melodic minor. But G major equals E minor. So to find the major, you go 2 up. So E minor, relative major is G major.
Yep.
So G is very easy to write in. C is nice. And then A minor is easy. I mean, I'm not like I said, I'm not a guitarist, but A minor, like Wo Lam Hai, all these songs, it's just like 3 chords, like Wo Lam Hai, Wo Baatein Koi Na Jaane, Ye Kaisi Raatein. Then you go down to the F down, then you go back to the D, D, B, G, then back to the A.
Nice.
So all these songs, you just want attention, you don't want my heart, baby, you just hit the thought of me when someone new. I like attention because it's A minor, G, but then instead of going to that F, you go down to the E minor, and then you end on the F. So same with Galiyan. Teri Galiyan, Galiyan, Teri Galiyan, Mujhko bhaave, down to the E minor, then back to the F. Oh, Teri Galiyan, Galiyan, Teri Galiyan. So all these keys are good, and then I
So
write
the hardest
simple
for me is the F and the first fret.
I know.
The F one is the hardest
It's
one.
hard because it's the hardest to
Yeah,
press down.
That's the one.
And then
Let's see.
what was I gonna say? A minor is good, and then sometimes B minor. I like B minor. B minor is good.
Right. So now switching a bit to back. I mean, we are talking about music anyways, but I know that you met a few celebrities, right?
Yes.
You met Jay Sean.
Yeah, actually, I met him last night, dude.
Oh yeah.
I met him last night. I've opened for him in Philly in 2014.
He recognized you?
No.
Did he recognize you? Or
No, because I think he came late. Like I opened for him. Like
Okay.
I was one of the first openers.
Okay.
And he came late. Not late, sorry. He came before his set.
Right.
But he came later. Is what I meant.
That's right.
And I met him last night at this. Shout out to Payal actually. Payal Karakia Puji. She's
Okay.
doing some cool stuff.
Okay.
She had a show called Sa. Forgive my ignorance, but I think it's her dance company is called Sa. And the whole production they did, it's like Sa Dance Company event. It was like a ballet, Indian fusion thing. It was so nice, man. You should check it out.
Yeah.
So I got an invitation to go there, so I went there. And Jay Sean was just, dude, his wife, who's also really nice, she was doing after the performance, they had a Q&A session for like 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
And she compared that, she emceed it.
Okay.
So I saw this guy. We were at the top on the balcony, but then later I came down in like the third row, and I was sitting there during the Q&A, and I asked a question, and I praised her, and it was nice. But anyway, I saw a guy sitting with like a baseball, like a cap, and like a jacket, like an athletic jacket, like one of those varsity jackets. And I was like, this guy, like he kind of looks like Jay Sean, and I mean Tara's right there,
Right.
his wife,
Right.
But from the side angle, I couldn't tell. But then later on, the thing was over, so I went to go say hi to some people I knew who invited me to come there. And then I look over and it's him. So
Okay.
I just walked up to him. He was like a foot away. So I was like, hey man, like I just shook his hand. Like I was like, I opened for you in Philly like years ago.
Right.
Thanks for being an inspiration
Right,
like for
right.
people like us.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, thank you, man.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
He's cool. He's cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you treat it, all these celebrities, like most of them, if you treat them like a normal human being,
Yeah.
they're fine.
Yeah.
Unless you're like, hey, selfie, like let's take a
Yeah,
selfie.
yeah.
Even then, I mean, they understand the crazy fandom
Yeah.
which comes with it, but. If you just treat them like an equal,
Normally.
which we
Yeah.
do, like
Yeah.
in the industry, you have to, because
Yeah.
we are. I mean, we're doing
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
We're also celebrities in a way.
Yeah.
So, humbly speaking.
Yeah.
But I went up to him and I shook his hand and he was like, "Oh, what's your artist name?" I was
Yeah.
like, "It's Neil, all caps."
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'll look out. I'll be on the lookout for you."
Yeah. Nice.
And it was very nice. And I shook his hand and it was really nice. And he was really nice about it. And then I didn't ask for a picture or anything because it was a very nice event, very well put together. At a nice theater.
Okay.
And he was with his wife and his daughter.
Nice.
And I'm not about to be like, yo, can we get a picture, please?
Yeah, of course.
Maybe the second, third time,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
cool. Like,
Yeah.
just if we happen to have extra time in a green room or something at a common show or something.
Yeah.
But I wasn't about to.
At least you met him, right?
Yeah, and that's what it's about, because I just wanted to put a face to the name. Because I'm trying to, walk in follow those steps, follow those footsteps,
You also met Vishal Sekhar, Kailash Kher, Sukhvinder Singh,
Yes.
and also Nargis Fakhri.
Yes.
Right.
So we'll get to Nargis at the
Yeah.
end. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
But Vishal Shekhar also were nice. I met Vishal and I asked him I opened for them, so I asked him at the meet and greet, which was like a day or two before the show.
Okay.
I went up to Vishal and I was like, "Yo, I big fan. I mean, I love your stuff, but I want to do Balan Pichkai. Like, is that okay? Because I know this is their song."
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh, that's actually not our song. It's Pritam's song."
Okay.
He's like, "But no problem, do it." But I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I'll just stay away from them, because if they want to do it, they should do it. They're the main artists.
Yeah.
But I really like that. I mean, again, I just asked them.
But
a
they're
question.
humble.
But at the show they weren't. I mean, they were humble, but they were pissed off because the organizers didn't do that great a job. And they were running around like they didn't follow like their riders. You know how we have a rider with like what we need, the equipment we need, and stuff we need in the green room, and I guess they didn't meet those requirements or the sound requirements. So they were a little stressed out in the show.
All the people, they don't know this green room. So can you also explain them what green room is? Because I know that, so they know, let's say, for example, you're performing, they know, like, all those things, right?
Yeah.
But what happens in the backstage? Can you give them a little bit
There's
idea?
like bottles and naked girls. No, I'm just kidding. So, there's like different levels. So, look, I've done shows since I was little, and I've done I used to dance when I was little. I was in part of dance groups, and you have green room in the back where you can put your makeup on. If you're going on stage with a bunch of lighting, you need some makeup. Even the boys need makeup, and green room is basically in the backstage area where you kind of get ready or you kind of cool off before the big thing, because you can't just. Luckily there are areas. Sometimes there's no green room, right? And the client's like, you guys have to sit at this table. Like, all right, fine. We just learn to eat dirt.
Very good.
But green room is basically the area backstage where you can get ready. Hopefully there's snacks, refreshments, and sometimes there's riders. Like there's different levels. Okay, if you go on Google and you type in Justin Bieber rider or you type in Mike Posner rider, you'll see like these guys have like 20-page riders. Of course, the rider as an RIDER. So it starts off with equipment that they need, like all the keyboards they need, all the guitars, because you can't travel with like a 5-piece drum set. So they provide all those instruments, and then it gets to all the like the live equipment, like the different mixers they need and the monitors and everything. And then at the end there's a hospitality rider, which says like hotel needs and all that, for the team. Because these guys tour with like 100 people, 200 people. So the hotel needs, and then they have the rider, which is like we need Doritos. Like in the green room, we want some Doritos, we want some chicken wings, we want all this stuff. So at that level, they can do that. Mine is simple. I just usually ask for like some hot water, hot tea, some honey. Maybe some pita and hummus. Some simple stuff. Hot pineapples, strawberries, fruits, coconut water. So mine is usually simple, and clients will be nice. Sometimes they'll provide that. One time we did a wedding. Oh, this is like the biggest thing we did. One of the biggest gigs. They raided Costco, man. Like we walk into the green room, it's just like different things like Chips Ahoy, like all these big Doritos, and we could only eat so much. There's 3 of us. It was like a trio gig, me, Naranjan, Max, and anyway, so that's what a rider is. Okay. So Vishal Shekhar. So they were. I guess should we get back to that?
Yeah,
they were nice.
Basically, all these celebrities, right? Like, and when you meet them,
some have like some have. If you get to that level, it's like Sukhvinder Singh and all these, because I sang backup vocals for him. I didn't go into his green room, of course. So if you have a female artist with you, she has her own green room. You want to be respectful and all that stuff. So Sukhvinder Singh, all these different people, like sometimes they'll have like liquor stuff on the rider, and that's great. Like I'll enjoy a drink every now and then. So, but I don't do that on my rider because I don't think I'm at that level just yet, and I don't know. I'll bring my own something if I want to take a shot before singing or something with my bandmates. But sometimes clients will build that relationship with you and it'll be fine, and they'll be like, can we get you anything? And then maybe we'll like ask, can you get like a bottle of this or something?
But that's good insight, for the people who don't know. Now, I know that your total work exceeded 10 million views.
I think it's up even more now.
Even more now.
11,
Yeah, that's great. So and because of you, even my work is 10 million views.
Oh really? Probably more, right?
No, kind of. I don't know. So Mashuka is 1 million.
Mashuka is 1. Dilse is more than 2.
Dilse is 2 million.
Yeah. One Up is more than one two.
Yep.
1.1.
Yep. So all the work, it's
One Up is a
great.
nice one. I like One Up. Even my friend, I was visiting my friend in Long Island like a couple of days ago, and he loves One Up. He's like, yo, the best looking girl you've ever had is in One Up.
Oh yeah.
I was like, she is pretty. She's
Right,
beautiful.
right.
And all my friends make like one of my new guitarists makes fun of me. He's like, Neil gets the
I think
hottest girls.
all
in
the girls
his
are
videos.
good, right? So
Because I
Priya,
she feels great.
Sharayu.
Sharayu is great. Yeah, all these
Then-
because I genuinely get girls that I find attractive and I like their vibe more than even how they look. Just
Yeah.
like their personalities, their presence, their vibe.
Yep.
I like to because I want to share that on screen, right?
Yeah.
It should look good. So I kind of make sure I get someone who I find attractive and fits the vibe and fits the kind of the character
Right.
the best.
Right.
So my friend was like, "You always gets the best girls," and we'll whatever.
Right. No,
Don't
that's
go too
great.
much in
You
detail.
know Pooja, who featured in Ye Rahe?
Yeah,
She actually,
she's nice.
no, she actually is part of one of the big movie.
Oh really?
Not as a
She deserves
main
it.
artist.
She deserves it.
Yeah.
She's good people.
Yeah, so not as a main artist, but as a like a supporting role.
Ah.
So she also featured in many like serials.
Good.
We call it serials. In
Yeah,
India,
serials,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, serials.
We call it
So
cereals, frosted
that's the-
flakes.
Yep. So good, and I know that inspiration comes from anywhere. So I already know this, but where did you get the inspiration for Reputation?
Dude, this girl who went batshit crazy on me.
Right?
A situationship thing that I was in, and it was bad at the end. Towards the end, it wasn't good, and it was like one of those things where it just kind of ended badly. And even if things end, you kind of want to have that respect for someone,
Right.
And that respect wasn't
Things
there.
could have been kind.
Yeah, like I'm a very fun-loving, like, and I'm just a very sweet, like, I mean, okay, I'd like to say about myself, people say I'm very sweet and gentle and like a kind-hearted person. So even if things don't end well or like I have a bad interaction with someone, okay, maybe I'll badmouth them or something like behind closed doors, but I'm not gonna go out and this girl, like, to all my friends, she tried, like, we said to each other, like, if anything happens, like, let's not, that things get to that level. But she just tried to take all my friends away from me, like tell them different stories and then just blabbering to different people, like random people about just what happened, like not even what happened, like it's like stuff that didn't even happen and making stuff up. And you know what? It was so bad that, I mean, mentally it was bad. Physically, I was fine. I was nothing that luckily physically happened, but mentally, I mean, yeah, not traumatic, but people go through.
It was heartbroken.
Yeah, just unfortunate. But I was writing with my co-writer, so big shout out to Robbie, Robbie Rosen, who's my main co-writer. You are actually my.
I only wrote a couple of lines, but yeah.
No. You are as well. I'm in on the production side too. He's like one of my main English side. My main co-writer.
Yeah.
So you're saying Reputation, right? Yeah. It was very nice. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So I had a session with him, and it was a virtual session. We were on Zoom, and I was telling him about everything that happened, and it was like therapy, man. Because I was just talking to him, and he was listening. He was like, "Oh man, sorry to hear that. Like, damn, oh shit, wow." Okay.
I never met him. You know that?
Yeah.
Actually,
we've written so many songs together.
We've written so many songs. I never met him.
We got to do that.
Yeah.
I have a session coming up with him in person, so you
Yeah.
can come with. You're the busiest guy out of all.
Yeah.
of us.
No,
but
actually-
anyway, so then I told him all that, and then we wrote the song in like freaking like 10-15 minutes, dude. Like he just came up with. I mean, I'll say it in all modesty. A lot of the lyrics that in English that I write, he's the main guy because melodies come a lot easier to me, and I'll come up with like dummy words like I did with the Taco Bell thing, but he'll fill it in with like better lyrics.
Right.
So Reputation, a lot of it, the English the
Lyrics,
lyrics,
even I gotta say
lyrics.
the lyrical video of
It's
that
good.
is also good.
Sham, big shout out to Sham actually.
He's
Sham
from UK,
Malhotra.
right?
No, he's from here.
Oh, he's from here?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
He's really
Because
good.
each word has the effect.
Yeah,
you know?
he's really
it's pretty good.
He's a graphic designer. He's so busy these days. He's just like he makes websites and SEO and all.
Oh,
that
okay.
stuff. Yeah.
So see, Reputation and another one is kind of underrated. Zindatu.
Yeah, I know.
Zindatu is
Dude,
so good.
I was just.
And I think you said that
someone
you
just
got
told
to
me
someone-
because she was I went on
Date.
I went on a date the other day and she was telling with a girl and she was telling me that she's just listening to all my music and she just like he loves my voice and all that stuff and she was telling me that Zindatu is
Pretty
a great
good.
song.
Yeah. Does she know Hindi?
I think so.
Yeah.
We've only have been on 2 dates, so
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to jinx anything. But
Yeah, but Zinda too, we can definitely make a very good video song out of it.
yeah.
So we wrote during the COVID.
And I told her, I was like, I wrote it during a really hard time in my life, and she was like, I wish I heard it during when I was going through a hard time. And I was
Right.
like, oh yeah.
It actually gives you a lot a lot of power.
Yeah.
Even if I wrote it, if
Uh-huh.
I listen to it in like that phase,
Yeah.
then it gives you a lot of energy
Yeah.
and power.
It's
So
a good song.
I love it.
Luckily I wrote all the melodies in that, and then you wrote the lyrics, and
Yeah.
then Robbie helped me write the background vocals.
Yeah.
So when I do the like, it's like, Zinatu, like that song,
Yeah.
Robbie. Like he just, I can think of that stuff, like a lot of it, but it's just so easy for him.
Yeah.
So like, what it'll take me and him together, 1 hour, it'll take me maybe 5-6
Yeah,
hours.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'd rather just have
I mean,
him on a call.
we were also on a call for like a good 1 hour.
Oh, were we?
Right there. Yeah. I can't remember that.
I don't remember.
Because I think the hook line.
अंधेरों के आगे खोले हाथ उजालों के धागे मेरे साथ परवाज़ें अगर रुक भी जाए आज कल उड़ियो तू. Oh, funny story with that. You had the kal udiyo tu. You had another
Yeah.
option for that.
Yeah.
And I asked my mom that day. I was like,
Yeah.
Trusha has these two options, do you?
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I like kal udiyo tu.
Kaludiyo.
Because it's like a different Bhojpuri type.
Yeah.
It's like a different type of Hindi.
Bhojpuri.
no?
Yeah.
Bhojpuri type.
So you see, the Parvaz.
You impressed with my knowledge right now?
yeah. So Parvaze, there is. So I love Sahir.
Oh yeah.
Sahir, right? So Sahir Saab.
So he's like your Bhagwan, like Rafi Saab, my
Not
Bhagwan.
Bhagwan.
But one of your
But I like,
stalwarts.
Sahir Javed Akhtar, I love as a lyricist,
Yeah.
So Sahir wrote this song, एक रास्ता है जिंदगी, एक रास्ता है जिंदगी
I don't know
जो
this.
थम गए.
You have a nice deep voice.
So
You
yeah,
have a nice,
so in that there is Parvaz. There is a song. There is a word Parvaz in that.
Ah.
Parvaz means flight.
Okay.
It's Udan. Now we are just gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Neil, before we end this episode, would you like to say something to your followers?
Yes, thank you so much, everybody, for being there, supporting me, listening to my music. It really means a lot, and each and every one of you, thank you. It takes a village, and I it really means a lot when people come up to me and tell me that my music has touched them, and thank you so much, and thank you, Tushar Bhai, for being there.
No
in
problem.
My life.
No problem.
As
My
even,
pleasure.
Bada Bhai, and also even for as my one of my main co-writers. You really have written some great stuff, and we have written together,
Yeah.
and lots more to come.
Absolutely.
And you want one more song, no?
Yeah. One more song. Yeah.
Since you like this one.
Yep.
ये रेशमी जुल्फे ये शरबती आंखें इन्हें देख कर जी रहे हैं सभी इन्हें देख कर पी रहे हैं सभी बहुत शुक्रिया बड़ी मेहरबानी मेरी जिंदगी में हुजूर आप आए कदम चूम लो या के आंखें बिछा दूं करूं क्या ये मेरी समझ में ना
क्या बात है
बहुत शुक्रिया.
Wow. So with that, we thank you all for watching this episode, and we'll be back with another guest. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.